What's up, everybody? This is the first episode of the. Oh, no, remember to look into the.
Into the what? The lens?
Lens, yeah.
Okay, we're looking into the lens. Got it.
What is it? Oh, what's up, everybody? This is the first episode of the Adjoa Kwabena Show. I am Kwabena.
I'm Adjoa.
And we wanted to give you guys just a breakdown of what we're going to be talking about in our show. Basically, we're going to be talking about Americans doing business in Africa. And the reason y'all want to listen to us is because we got some really good experience. Hence why we get all this fly gear.
Right.
So basically what the show is about is going to be us telling you about all the different business opportunities that we found in Africa, stuff we've invested in, and we're going to have interviews with people coming through from Africa and in the diaspora, letting you know what kind of businesses they got going, what kind of investments they're looking for, and if you're interested, which we know you will be, give you an opportunity to make some money with them.
Absolutely. So, like Kwabena said, my name is Adjoa, and I want to welcome everybody to the show. We don't know what the show is called at this point. What is the show called?
I was thinking the Adjoa Kwabena Show.
Oh, right, the Adjoa Kwabena Show, because that's too simple. Apparently. But yeah, so it's the Adjoa Kwabena Show, and we're going to, like he said, talk about opportunities in Africa, specifically West Africa, because that's where we've both been. You've been somewhere else?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm supposed to, but you know how it is.
Right. So we are making plans to move forward with all of our mastermind and pinky in the brain plans for the continents, but we use our powers for good and not evil, right?
At least for now.
So we've been to Ghana. I was in Ghana for to do agribusiness, and then I went there and figured out there were so many opportunities just going the first time that I had to do something about it. I'm an entrepreneur by heart anyways here in the United States. I live in Stone Mountain. I have 3 or 4 different businesses. I have 4 children. So I'm always doing stuff. Yeah, that's videography in the back, future president of the United States, Victoria Lee Johnson. She's behind the camera. So make sure you subscribe to her YouTube channel and all that. She'll tell you that later. So we decided that we were going to, or I decided I was going to make the Ghana investment tour because there was just so many opportunities. And come by chance or by the universe providing, as it always does, Kwabena found me. And we've been on this journey back and forth to Ghana now twice now. He's come on the investment tour and he brought someone else the last time, so that's a whole different episode from now.
Yep.
But
y'all gonna love that episode.
Right. But this fly gear that we have on came from one of those investment tours and part of one of our clients that he will talk about shortly.
The thing's about to die.
It's about to die. We'll get back to that.
Yeah.
So
I got another battery.
He'll talk about the fashion company. And
no, I'm not going to talk about it. We're just going to kind of talk about what we're going to talk about.
Oh, this is what we're going to talk about, show.
Yeah, this
okay,
is what
so I'm getting ahead of myself.
So what we're going to talk about,
right.
The fashion line, where we got it from, the designer and all that stuff. Adjoa is going to tell you about the Ghana investment tour.
Right,
yeah,
right.
That was one of the dopest ideas ever. I just want to throw that out there.
Thank you.
She's getting into the hemp game.
Yeah, I'm already in the hemp game. Been in the hemp game since 2014.
My bad, she's already in the hemp game.
Right.
And she's going to get real big in the hemp game.
Yes.
Like, she got big plans.
I got big plans for the continent, so black people don't get left out like you've been over here. I'm just saying, this show is good. It's called the Adjoa Kwabena Show.
No, it is not. What? Trash name.
Excuse me. You're not supposed to talk from behind the camera.
When we run out of stuff to post.
Right. Because she has her own YouTube channel. Okay. So we're going to start that again. It's called the Adjoa Kwabena Show because we have taken on our African ancestors' true meanings of what we are supposed to be, which is why we have this show, which is why we're going to give you all this good information about how you can make some money and invest in what we're doing and invest in the content and invest in your people.
Yes.
Right.
And most importantly, because whenever I watch people talk about going to Africa, it's always from the perspective of, I just want to do good. I want to sponsor a village. I want to open a school. That's cool and all, but what y'all don't understand, and I'm not bullshitting, there's an easy $100 billion just sitting there in Africa waiting for anybody, anybody to come and get it.
Right.
And I'm not exaggerating. And that's just for the thing I want to do. I'm not talking about, and I'm just in agriculture, in one specific niche of agriculture, which
he's
is
not even in agriculture.
Yeah.
It was an idea.
Yeah.
He was like,
it's $100 billion just sitting there, and that's just Ghana. I'm not talking about the entire African continent. So This
Right. So we've identified some countries to go to that is, episode upon episode when you come onto our channel. This is the channel, right? This is the YouTube part, right? See, we're just getting this together. So this is going to be great later on when we're like have 500,000 subscribers.
Yeah, it's going to be dope.
And then we're going to play this and we're like, see, we didn't know what the hell we were doing either, but we got that check! Anyways, so what was I even saying?
You was talking about the places we go.
See, he's listening. It's a good black man. Okay, so the places we were going, we decided that we picked out these countries, and strategically, we're going to travel to these countries and develop the same kind of programs as we have in the Ghana investment tour. So we can offer opportunities. So if you don't want to go to Ghana, you can go to Tanzania, you can go to Kenya. I'm not going to South Africa, so I don't know what to tell you about that. But we're going every place else outside of that. And the hemp game is coming up. And because I'm in politics and I write policy, and there's so many opportunities on the continent for hemp to be grown and processed. And a lot of these countries are talking about manufacturing. Even though we're in the 4th industrial revolution, things in Africa are still like in the 2nd industrial revolution.
Yeah.
So it's opportunity for you to take a little bit of cash, and even if I know susus are popping right now because it's September 4th?
4th, yeah.
September 4th, right before Labor Day, and susus is popping. Black folks is collectively making money and thinking about what they're gonna do with it. So I think this is an opportunity. The show is an opportunity. This information that we're gonna give is an opportunity for you to invest your money. You don't have to leave here, and you don't have to invest in a continent. You can invest in us because we sit right here in ATL, and you can buy some of our stuff.
Yeah. And the good thing is, and this is something that is going to be very important, it's probably going to be messed up because how backwards we are in America. If you're going to invest in the continent, invest in Africa, move, whatever, it is best to partner.
Right.
Don't do anything by yourself. And when I mean partner with somebody from the same place you're from. If you're coming from America, partner with somebody from America, and y'all go into something together.
Right.
For the very simple reason why it's going to cut the cost in half.
Right. That's
just simple. Because if something costs $2,000, you may not have the $2,000, but you got a G.
Right.
You got a G. The other person got a G. Y'all can do something together.
Right.
And if things go bad, you don't lose all your money.
Right.
The risk is spread out as well. But if you partner, it makes a whole lot of things easier. Like it makes moving easier. It makes like me and her. We've known each other how long? Not even 6 months.
No, because we went last year. It was October. Oh my God, it hasn't even been a year yet.
Yeah.
It's September, almost a year.
Almost a year. And we're moving to Ghana together.
Right.
And we're gonna stay in like the same crib and live in the whole thing. Because why not? I mean, save money. And then all the extra money, put this in the business.
But think about it. Every other race does that.
Exact same thing.
They do this.
Exact same thing.
Hispanics do it. Yep. Filipinos do it. Italians do it. Yep. Jewish people do it. Everybody does it, but black people. Yeah. And I understand that y'all get on my nerves sometimes. I really understand that. But at the end of the day, we got to get paid. We got to get out of America. And even if you don't want to get out of America, you still need to get paid. Yeah. So at this point, we need to. The SUSU is, I think, the beginning of like the understanding of collective bargaining. Yeah. Or collective economics, rather, between black folks. But I think we need to take it one step further because after you've been in your house, look at me. Can you zoom this in, child? See, this is okay. Look at me, people. You've been in your house with your children, with your own children, for the past 6 months. Serious conversation, okay? Serious conversation. You've been in your house with your kids for the last 6 months, and now you found out you're an alcoholic, you're a drug addict, and your kids is bad as hell. It's time to make a move, people. It's time to come to Africa. Because you've already been with them anyway. Imagine how many fields they can roam in outside away from you. And how many things that they can do and how many things they can learn and how peaceful it would be to have an actual village helping you take care of your children. I'm talking to you black single mothers because that's one of the reasons I'm moving there also, because the way that we are treated in Ghana specifically, now I've never been to any other African country, I'm on my way, but in Ghana specifically, the amount of support you can get, whether it's paid or free, is outstanding, especially when it comes to children. So back in the 80s, when gotta come in with the street lights come on, and a neighbor down here could beat your kid, beat you because you did something, and you get another one. That's Africa. Yep, right now. That's making America great again. If you ask me, with these children, just see how she's looking at you right here. She's like, what are you?
She's like, I vehemently disagree.
Right? But it's the truth. So when we get, and I tell them all the time, I don't even have to mind you right now. Because when we get to Africa, it's plenty of people that's going to be laying them hands. Yep. And then I'm going to be living my best life. Old school. Right. Old school Africa. Right. Because at the end of the day, that's why I am the person that I am. And I think it's a lot more helpful for have a well-rounded person. Not to say your children have to be beaten to be well-rounded, but sometimes you need to check them.
I know I got caught slipping a couple of times, but I
I got
deserved
caught
it.
slipping a couple times.
Yeah, I deserved it. Actually, I'll tell you a story. The one time, I don't think my brother, he was there, my other brother. I was probably 5, my other brother was 6. We was in New York City. We decided to go cross the 2-3 blocks, 5 and 6-year-old in New York City. To go
And what, in the 80s or 90s?
In the 90s. In Brooklyn, in the 90s, because we wanted to go buy some, rent some Nintendo games. And like you said, our mom's friend saw us.
Right.
Called her because you was across the street, whooped our ass. But we deserved it. I mean, you could have got killed.
You're 5 and 6? Yeah, but that's what you did back then, because I'm an 80s baby. So back then you were
got
walking.
Twice.
Right, you were walking outside by yourself and this and the third. But now that we're older and we've had these experiences and been some different places and realized that the continent is so much like where we need to be able to have an even playing field to start out from.
Yeah.
So if you're on the continent, it's so much easier to do things that you have such a big barrier to do here, from doing business to getting your kids in a good school to, and even if you have to pay for stuff, it's just so much cheaper because the currency exchange rate is what it is. That's why now I think is the time for
And
people
everything
to go.
is negotiable.
Right.
Everything is negotiable.
Right, and on top of that, not only is everything negotiable, you're supposed to bargain and negotiate for your stuff.
Yeah.
Just in general, because you're gonna get got if you don't.
Yeah.
So I think a good selling point about going there is you can make more money with your money. So all you dope boys out there, I'm talking to y'all.
Oh, you can make a nice flip.
I'm talking directly because I know y'all. I know y'all. Y'all know me. Let me tell you, look me in my eyes. You need to take your money offshore. And not offshore to the Caribbean, but offshore to the continent. And you can build whole cities.
Tell them about the gold, though.
That's a whole couple of other shows.
Tell them about the gold.
But, and here's another thing.
It's not called the Gold Coast for nothing.
Right. And there's gold in the dirt. Like literally. Like walking around, if you dig enough, like it's like gold in the dirt. Like everywhere you step in Ghana, there's gold. So there's so many opportunities to do so many different things. I think
Let me explain it. I'm gonna try to explain it so that you can go to Ghana and open up a refinery, and all you have to do, all the gold is there, and all the refinery is you buy the equipment and you just get that motherfucker real hot, and you purify the gold. A kilo, a brick of gold right now is going for $45,000, and it's rising because of COVID.
Right, because the $45,000 price is a cheaper price.
Yeah,
it's like usually like $65.
Yeah, it's going, and they're saying by the end of the year it's probably going to double.
Right.
So if you got some money, if you can get, and when we interview the gold dude, he'll tell you it's not as expensive as you think to get in and start having actual gold, real bricks. You know, we always talking about we flipping bricks. No, you can flip real bricks in Africa. Gold bars.
I don't want to go.
Keys.
Right.
I do not want to go.
Right. He's not, and it's not just that. It's the people that we met and that I met that we can even have the conversation about gold bars. That's the because over here, I don't care where you go in Atlanta, just for our regular people, like we're regular folks. Now. We regular people. So he has a not so regular, like he has a very niche career, and then I got a couple. I'm just an entrepreneur Negro, so I'm a hustler. Let me just say that I hustle mine. So we have very different understandings of what, like I can't do corporate America.
Yeah.
He could do that. I'm just, my mouth too flat for that. I just can't do it.
I can weave in and out.
Right. But I can code switch because I grew up in Canada. So we have a lot of different dynamics that work, but that also works when you're over there. Because as soon as you speak and they find out you're American, you become instantly a genius at whatever the hell you came up with 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
So if you said, and it's not because the people are unintelligent. Just
it's the American allure.
Right.
They watch television and because when they see us, they don't see Adjoa Kwabena.
Right.
They see Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Right.
They see Barack and Michelle. Yeah, that's all they know when Americans. They don't know about the West End in Atlanta. They don't know about Flint, Michigan. They know New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago.
Right.
They know all the big fancy stuff, but they don't know the real of America.
Right.
So they see you, they think, oh, okay, they're special. You came to Ghana?
Oh my God.
So many people told me that you came to Ghana.
Let me tell this story. This is my best story ever because it was like a movie. There's so many like a movie situations in Ghana. It's ridiculous. So ladies, let me tell you this. So if you were born in the 80s, you remember watching Baywatch, right? So you know how when you're on the beach and you watching Baywatch, and the people are walking in slow motion. So close your eyes, people, and come with me on this journey. So we gonna have our eyes closed, and we gonna walk on the beach in Ghana, right? So I'm walking, and then I realized, I look back, there's like 4 dudes behind me on each side, and I was walking in the front like Princess Leia or something. It was the most movie situation. And it wasn't a forced or this is what we gonna do. It was just, that's where it was. I was walking, and because I had so much support, black women, from black men, all of them, one of them was carrying my purse. That's another thing. You're gonna have to get over that.
Yeah.
When you get over there, because I helped post her, I thought he was stealing my stuff at first. I almost lost it. But the culture that we are not used to is normal to them, and it feels so foreign to us because we're used to being treated horribly. Yeah. So it's just like being in a bad relationship as a woman. So if you get with a man and you're used to him beating your behind and calling you out your name and treating you bad, when you get with a good man, you don't know how to react to that.
You think something's wrong with him.
Right, and you think something's wrong with him. So that's the same thing about Africa. Damn, that was a good analogy. So that's the same thing. I just thought about it. It's the same thing about Africa. Like, you've been taught so much bad things about it that when you go over there, you realize that's not the way that we're supposed to be treated. It's kind of like, what is going on? That's not right. And now you're standoffish and you're creating some kind of barrier that doesn't need to be there. But you got to spend time there also, I think, to kind of get used to that.
It's outside of the business, which is what the show is going to be about. But outside of that, it's just a good place to go and get your mind right. Right. Like you can think clear. There's no stress. Right. Like you can figure some stuff out. If you got some stuff you need to figure out, Africa is a good place to figure it out. Ain't nobody gonna bother you. Right. Ain't nobody gonna harass you. Right. The worst you have to worry about is a power outage every once in a while. But get a generator and you straight.
Right. And then that's another thing. It's that's a good point. It's like a really
it's an adventure.
Yes, it's really peaceful place to be in, just in general. No matter what part of the continent that you're in, it's just the air. And I think the essence and the fact that you're not in America. It's just different. If you've never traveled anywhere, it's hard to explain. But for people that have traveled around the world, because I've been to Amsterdam a couple times, I've been around the United States, not too many places, I haven't really been on the West Coast. But I lived in Canada for a long time. So I've been a couple of different places before, and just being on a continent is kind of like, and let me just describe it like this. So I went to Miami, and then I was in, what's the other one next to Miami?
Fort Lauderdale?
No. Fort Lauderdale?
Orlando?
No, Fort Lauderdale. I was in Fort Lauderdale, and both times on the beach with my laptop. And I'm sitting there chilling. Like, I'm living my best life. I'm working my business on the beach, and I can still da-da-da. But when I was in Africa, doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's different.
It was just different. Yeah. And I don't even know what it was. It was just different.
You know what it is? Because I felt it. It's because you blend in, and you realize that you're like a drop in the bucket. It's like, because you look around, everybody's black. Nobody's paying you no mind. Nobody's looking at you. Nobody's worried about you. And as long as you don't talk, they assume you're Ghanaian.
That's true.
You're just a regular Ghanaian whose parents are from Ghana, whose grandparents from Ghana, who's just on the beach chilling on the laptop.
That's true.
You're nobody at that point.
That's true.
Yeah, you're just a background noise. And in America, I know, I felt it. I'm looking around. I remember when we was on the beach and we was talking to Sua,
Eric Sua.
Yeah, and
shout out to Eric Sua.
Shout out to Eric. and he kind of explained to me. He was like, "Yo, this is home base. You're safe." And he was explaining like, you don't gotta be loud. You ain't gotta worry. Ain't nobody gonna bother you. And it hit me, and I was like, I had all this stress I didn't know I had.
Right.
I did not know I had until I reached Africa.
Right. Yeah. It's a big weight that's lifted off of you, and I get that. I get that part, and I see why Eric said that. Yeah. And then I see why, and I never really noticed, and it's so subconscious because it's so ingrained in society that when I am in Miami or in Fort Lauderdale and I'm out with my laptop, I don't even know that it happened until you just said that.
Because I've been feeling it for a long time. Like, because I go places, because I'm self-conscious, so I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, I'm only 2 of 30 black people. So if shit goes left, it's gonna be bad for us.
Right.
So I'm always cautious. I don't know because I grew up in New York or however, so I'm always cautious about that. So I'm looking around. That's why when I first got there, I asked Kwame, your homeboy. I was just like, I said, if I don't speak, would anybody know I'm not Ghanaian? He was like, no, wouldn't have no clue. And I was like, all I need to know. Because as soon as I get my accent.
We was trying it.
Yeah, I'm Kwabena for real.
was trying it.
As soon as I get my
He
accent.
was trying it. And see, that's the dynamic between the Adjoa Kwabena Show. Is that I want to be Adjoa in name, but I still want this American accent to come out because I need that to be able to utilize it and leverage it to do other things. But I also, I'm going to be based in Ghana, but I'm still going to be moving around. Like, he's going to be doing stuff, I'm going to be doing stuff. We're going to be doing these videos and talking about these other countries because I think a lot of the YouTube people that are on right now is like, they picked a staple.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Gambia talking about this. I'm going to be in Ghana talking about this. And then this is what I'm going to do. I don't want to do that. I want to go to Uganda. I want to go to Ghana. I'm not going to South Africa. But that's a whole other episode on its own. But I'm going to go everywhere else. There's an opportunity of finding ourselves where there's, and that, damn, you said, it's sticking in my brain about what you just said.
Yeah.
About us being a drop in the bucket. Because I was going to say something that just totally deflected my mind from what I was going to say. Like, we are a drop in the bucket, which means you can go anywhere. There's no barriers anymore.
There is no such thing as a glass ceiling.
Right.
Because you're in a country where the president is black, the vice president is black. Oh, the president's wife is black.
Right. Check that out. And she got some ass.
Yeah.
Check that out.
All the billboards of all the beauty standards is all black women.
Right.
All the billboards of all the strong, powerful is all black men. Everybody look like you.
Right.
And as soon as you work on your accent, you go.
Right.
And nobody's gonna know. And on top of that, considering, which I didn't realize until recently, there is a lot of Africans obviously that has moved to America that are first generation who've never been back. So they're coming back.
That is true.
With an American accent.
That is true.
So like I said, it's real easy to blend in.
That is true.
It's real easy. They're coming back with American accents. They're coming back with
true.
Australian accents, and they're coming back with British accents.
Definitely British accents.
So if you're from one of those countries and you have no ties to wherever they, you know.
Right. Well, that's another thing I noticed about a lot of people that are on YouTube, and a lot of them are, if they are black and they're moving back, and maybe it's because of geography, I don't know. But if they are black and they're moving back, they're usually from the UK, or they're usually from the UK. I don't see a lot of
they're sprinkling now.
I don't see a lot of young millennial black people, Americans like us doing what we're doing. Is what I'm saying.
They're sprinkling in now, though. But
right. Yeah. So we're gonna be part of that sprinkle.
Yeah. Of
that black magic on top of everything else.
And if you are one of those people and you're on YouTube, come holler at us. Let's do some videos together.
Collabo.
We'll be on the content. I know I'll be there probably October, November. So.
I'll be there in December because we got something else to talk about too.
Segue.
Right, segue. We're gonna be good at this.
But we're gonna touch on it. We're gonna actually.
Right. All I'm gonna say is December. Sometime in December, there's gonna be the first ever Ghana Hemp Tech Conference. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's gonna be dope if you're into tech and you're into hemp and you're into agriculture
and you're black
and you're black.
You might want to come.
You might want to come through.
Just saying.
Might want to come through.
So. It's like the beginning of Facebook.
Come get that bag.
Might want to get checked.
Come get that bag. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, y'all. I'm gonna come through with a helicopter because that's the only way. And you've heard me say this a couple times. You've been saying something. That's the only way I'm really gonna get y'all to understand. I'm gonna come through with a helicopter accent and a cape. That's the only way y'all gonna understand. Because when I tell y'all about the 100 billion, I know nobody believes me. Because even when I told people to the face,
no, but it's funny because he's not lying. He's not lying. Like, I'm not designing my house is going to have a helicopter pad.